Hi, my name is John. I go by Knox&Box, and today I'm going to teach you how to route audio on your computer in order to live stream and record videos using your DAW. So, to start off, you're going to need a couple pieces of software, the first of which is a DAW, obviously. You're also going to need OBS, which is what you're going to use to share your screen and route all the audio together. Next, you're going to need a plugin from Reaper called Restream, and it's available for free in their ReaPlugs VST pack. And then finally, if you're on Windows, you're going to want to install Voicemeeter just so that you have an additional audio output on your computer because of how Reaper Restream works. You're going to see that in a sec here. But first, you're going to have to install OBS. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that can show you how to do that. Next, download ReaPlugs VST 64-bit. This is the version I would recommend just because you'll be able to use more processing power for this, and it'll be in the long run lighter on your computer to run. And then just go down to here. Voicemeeter is donationware, so feel free to donate to get a license, but you can also just download it and use it for free if you hit right here. And then you will have these, well, it'll be 3 if you include OBS, but these 2 installers that you need to run. Run Voicemeeter, run ReaPlugs, and I'll just show you with ReaPlugs what that looks like. So with ReaPlugs you get a full software package, like a compressor, gate, equalizer, and stuff like that, but you don't necessarily need those. So when I installed, I just unclicked everything, except if you open up Restream, you want Restream Stereo, which is what I have installed. I already have it installed, so I won't continue going through. But Voicemeeter, just run through the installer, do the same thing. Now that we have the VST for Restream installed, we're going to go into our mixer and go to our master channel. And on our master channel, on the last slot is where I like to put it. If we do more plugins, it'll be in a big search menu if you're doing this on FL Studio to begin with, that you'll have to add it in, but I already have done that. So Restream, ReaPlugs Edition, VST 64-bit. Click that, and you'll see something that looks like this that pops up. So in order to route the audio into OBS, we're using Restream here, and you want to leave the identifier. You can change that if you want, but I just leave it on default. Enable it, and you're going to change this to Send Audio MIDI IP. Now, you're going to do local broadcast. So that means Restream is just essentially taking any audio that it encounters, because it's the last thing on your master, and it's just going to broadcast it into itself into the computer. So once we have that all set up, make sure you can close it, reopen it. Local broadcast is still open. Sometimes I found that it deletes that option for whatever reason. Not sure why, but once you get it set, it'll be good to go. Now, Voicemeeter, we installed it, but you don't actually need to have it open. All that we're trying to do with the Voicemeeter is let it be another option down here, so we can see Voicemeeter input. There's also going to be an output that we can't see right now. So if I close out of Voicemeeter and I drag over OBS. Now in OBS we have a couple steps to do. The first step is add an audio input capture. I already have one called DAW audio, so I'm not going to re-add it, but you would go about, hit OK. And now what you're going to do is set the properties for your input to Voicemeeter output. And this will just be a free audio output on your computer, which is something that Restream needs to function. I already have it, so I'll delete that. But if we open up now, filters. Within OBS, we're given the option, if you see down here, it says VST 2.x plugin. Because Restream is a VST, we're able to actually use it in OBS. So what we have to do, click that, call it DAW audio or whatever you want, and select your plugin. Now, right here, we have Restream Standalone. Open our plugin interface, and now we just leave it as default because that's what we have it in FL Studio currently as. Enable it, and we want it to receive now. We don't want it to send. So now that we have that all set, you can close that. We see we have this DAW audio. This is what you should use to mix in your audio. But if we go back into FL Studio and I start playing something, you should be able to just play out anything you want into your streaming software. So OBS is what I would use because I know for sure that you have their VST support for that. Otherwise, XSplit might, I'm not sure. Streamlabs should because it's just a branch off of the OBS software. So yeah, if you need any further assistance with figuring out how to get Restream to work if it's not working, feel free to send me an email or leave a comment in this video and I'll be sure that I can help you out. Otherwise, if you're using Mac, you're just going to have to either use your core audio outputs to use Restream, or you can install something like Soundflower or some other software like that. But for Windows, you can just use Voicemeeter. But thanks for watching. I hope this helped, and I will see you later.